Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and today is Thursday, July 11th. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by PTCPhuket.com. Trucks with faulty brakes is nothing new in Phuket, and while it usually brings disaster on the Patong Hill Road, Wednesday afternoon this week saw a cement truck overturn and skid on the Kamala to Patong Road, descending down the hill just south of Kamala.
Luckily, no one was injured in the accident, according to authorities. The whole thing was recorded from two different dash cams. The first from a motorist traveling up the hill, in which you see the truck overturning and sliding down the hill on the opposite lane. The second video was recorded from just in front of the cement truck and shows the moment the truck falls and continues to slide down the hill and eventually ends up overturned in the middle of the road. Kamala disaster prevention workers arrived to clear the truck from the scene for traffic to continue on Wednesday afternoon, but it did take quite some time, as it wasn't until 7:44 p.m. that Kamala police reported that the road was finally fully clear for traffic. The initial report by Kamala police is that the brakes on the truck had failed. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
The new incoming Senate has finally been certified by the Election Commission, and now the new crop of legislators from the upper chamber are set to take up their new positions. All the while, officials continue to investigate the litany of allegations of misdeeds and collusion during the Senate election.
This Monday, the new senators are scheduled to report to Parliament for their inaugural session in Bangkok, in which they will replace the 250 senators appointed during the military-linked government back in 2019. This new crop of just 200 senators will not have the power to determine the next prime minister, like the last Senate did, but they will have a lot of say over independent agencies and legislation. So far, the Election Commission has disqualified one person who was found to have worked as an advisor to the chairman of the Obojo of Angton Province. In violation of the rules, a replacement has already been tapped for that seat. The EC Secretary General, Saweng Bunmi, confirmed that the three-tiered Senate elections were in line with the 2017 Constitution and was fair, though he did say that they will continue to investigate the many complaints about collusion to fix the result. The EC is now working with the Royal Thai Police, the Anti-Money Laundering Office, and the DSI, Thailand's FBI equivalent, to look into the allegations. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Just before you break a bone.
A hunger strike and a sit-in demonstration is taking place right now at the government house in protest of the government's push to recriminalize cannabis and declare it a narcotic once again, after having only changed the law 2 years ago. It all comes as officials look to force businesses to apply for licenses to possess and sell cannabis and resin from the Public Health Ministry.
The hunger strike was announced on Wednesday by the Writing Thai Cannabis' Future activist group, 2 days after they began a sit-in demonstration at the government house in Bangkok on Monday. The group states that they will continue their hunger strike until the government agrees to hold hearings to examine the benefits of cannabis and compare those with tobacco and alcohol, which are freely available nationwide. The group accused doctors at the Ministry of Public Health of colluding with some politicians to deprive members of the public of access to marijuana in order to monopolize cannabis for their own personal gain. Right now, there is a regulatory vacuum concerning cannabis. Cannabis was removed from the list of Category 5 narcotics in June of 2022, but very few laws were passed to regulate its use and possession after the fact, other than to ban it for pregnant women, children, and for it not to be sold near schools. Within this regulatory vacuum, thousands of cannabis shops open nationwide, and while the previous administration attempted to pass a cannabis bill to regulate it, time ran out last year, and now the current government is attempting to put the genie back in the bottle. Last week, the committee within the Public Health Ministry voted to return cannabis to the narcotics list and recommended a date for January 1st for that to take effect. Now, the proposal goes to the 36-member Narcotics Control Board, which meets next week. And if they also approve the measure, then cannabis, just 2 years after it was decriminalized, would once again be recriminalized. However, the Deputy Secretary General of the NCB is saying that while the law would prohibit its possession and sale, businesses could still apply for licenses from the Ministry of Public Health in order to sell and possess. For more, visit the link in the description.
This story first appeared in the Bangkok Post, a bill aiming to abolish a coup maker's order seen as restricting public participation in administering the rest of southern border provinces sailed through the House of Representatives on Wednesday.
The order was issued in April of 2016 by the now defunct National Council for Peace and Order, the name of the military junta that came to power in the 2014 military coup led by General Prayut Chan-o-cha, who later became Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha. It effectively led to the Southern Border Administration Act being rendered partially invalid. The order disrupted the activities of the Advisory Council on Southern Border Administration and Development, which consists of members representing residents of the far south, where sectarian unrest has simmered for over 20 years. The order also allowed the Internal Security Operation Command to wield influence over the Southern Border Provinces Administration Center, a civilian-run agency. The bill, which was introduced to revive the Advisory Council, passed its first reading in the House early this year. After extensive debate, the House voted 406-0 on Wednesday to pass the bill, which will be submitted to the Senate for review. For more, visit the link in the description.
We really appreciate you joining us here on this Thursday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Join us again next time. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.